Do you know the difference between a basement and a cellar? Well, there's a legal distinction in New York City. A basement is 50% above ground, while a cellar is 50% below ground. And Kathy Hochul and Eric Adams have both talked about legalizing these basement spaces as a way to add more housing to our really depleted housing stock. We know that especially in the outer boroughs, but also in Manhattan and other parts of the city, we know that people are already renting in basements. And a lot of these basements are illegal, they're unsafe. And of course, there are some spaces that are going to be really challenging to legalize because they're fully below ground, especially in some of the very old buildings. Like we see them all the time, they're like more than 100 years old. Those could be a challenge, but people say, oh, we can't make this work because we can't figure out the distinction. There has to be someone really smart in city government that could figure out a zoning requirement for this so that we can start to quickly legalize these units. Some of these buildings are built on a slab and fully above ground. The first floor is not below ground at all, and even those spaces can't be quickly legalized. There's really no reason for that, in my opinion. We need more housing in the city. We're always talking about it. And on top of that, the cost to make the change is hundreds of thousands of dollars for one of these units. So New York City has tons of requirements around changing things like this. You have issues with, adding sprinkler systems if you're going from a 2 to a 3 family because of the multiple dwelling law. We also have things like new electrical requirements because of the electric grid and all the upgrades they're making, plus parking requirements and tons of other stuff, permitting, architectural plans. All of this stuff is driving up cost. It's making it unaffordable for people to do it. And also, it doesn't make sense from a financial standpoint if you have to put hundreds of thousands of dollars into a property where you're not going to get that money back as a homeowner. So we have to incentivize people to do this. We have to make the process easier. We have to streamline it. It's going to benefit the people that are already living in these spaces. It's going to help the city overall, and it's going to help to bring down costs. So it's something we should begin to work on immediately, if not sooner.